Welcome back. We're doing a few more quick drafts. I am going to try and do 4 more with my remaining gold in the next couple of days. And I think I might call sort of Kamigawa basically finished. After that, I'll sort of open all my packs, and then I can use, if I need any of the cards, I can always use wild cards. So we've opened a rare that we haven't completed yet, so we'll grab this one, Cloudsteel Kirin. Now this is it's an artifact creature, and I saw someone use a very nice combo with this. So it works very well with hexproof, because people in draft, how often do they have sweepers, and how often do they have artifact removal, right? You can just win the game by putting this on. I think it's called, Walking Skyscraper is the one that has hexproof. So that's what we're gonna. It's kind of cheesy, but we'll look out for that card and see if we can get that combo going. Dragon Karmite Reborn, right? I have completed this card because it's one of these cards that the AI doesn't pick in drafts, because I think it's kind of hard to use. It's kind of interesting. I want to build a deck around it, but it doesn't seem too good in draft unless you sort of need a way to sacrifice it to get the value out of it, and it takes a little while to get going as well. Interesting card, but it is an enchantment and it's green. I kind of think this is a good card that I want to build around, because I also have seen Patchwork Automaton, which is pretty exciting. I'll point out there's Imperial Recovery Unit. Good, right. So that only brings back creatures with mana value 2 or less. It triggers whenever it attacks as well. It could actually bring back Patchwork Automatons. And there's the Walking Skyscraper. Oh, the trouble is, Patchwork Automaton it's really cheap and really good if you've got an artifacts deck. But Walking Skyscraper is the combo I was talking about. So I can go for the cheesy combo or for the very solid card. So not that easy a choice. I think I'm going to swing for the fences. I'm going to go for the Walking Skyscraper. So we've got the ridiculous combo sorted in the first 2 cards. We don't need to worry about it later. It's definitely, this is a weaker card than Patchwork Automaton. Definitely. Let's see where we are. Now, this is, so we're committed to artifacts already, I would say. We might go white-blue. I think, actually, I'll mention Covert Technician. So this is an artifact creature with ninjutsu. You can put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand into the battlefield. So, and this guy does 2 damage usually, right? So you can get like a 2 mana artifact into play. 2/4, it's pretty tough for a 3 mana creature. Now I think it is outshone by Prodigy's prototype. Okay, for 3 mana you get a vehicle, but whenever a vehicle attacks, you get a 1/1 pilot creature token. That's absolutely fantastic. So that is it's a creature maker basically. You don't even have to risk your prototype. You could attack with another vehicle as well. So I'm thinking blue-white vehicles. That's an indicator we can go for blue-white vehicles. We'll just may as well have a look around. So Mirror Shell Crab is another artifact creature. And yeah, we'll take the Prodigy's prototype. It's quite exciting because really the last couple of decks I played have been the you know, green, white, blue enchantments deck, which is really good, but it's nice to play something else, I have to say. Now, in our uncommons, we've got 2 black artifacts, equipment leech, so you can give things lifelink. Now just imagine Leech Gauntlet on a Walking Skyscraper. That sounds pretty good to me. The Zumi Prowler can also give its enter the battlefield effect is giving Death Touch and lifelink, so that's quite flexible. It's got ninjutsu, so it can be a bit of a surprise. It's like a combat trick guy. It's another colour. It means going into black as well. But black's got some cool artifacts as well. Red has got some cool artifacts. Just have a little look around here. Yeah, so obviously red has got Voltage Surge, which works with artifacts. I don't know if we want to go into, because we could go white, blue, red. And we could just pick up a decoy, but I think this would wheel around. So I think we can go 3 colours. I'm going to be ambitious. I don't know which is better, to be honest. Walking Skyscraper, we've got to remember this works with Modify. We've already got one equipment creature. I think that because this is an equipment creature, it means maybe we should go for Leech Gauntlet. So I'm going to lean towards Leech Gauntlet for that. Anchor to Reality, very interesting. This you sacrifice an artifact or creature, search your library for an equipment or vehicle card. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't get Walking Skyscraper out. But Cloudsteel Kirin is an equipment, and it could save us. This is one of the rare times we might draft Anchor to Reality. Very interesting. We'll just have a look here and see. So Lethal Exploit is a good black removal card. So that's probably what we ought to pick. This may wheel around. I often see this wheeling around, actually. We also have a white-black land. But I think we should go for the Lethal Exploit. I think that's the best card. Hopefully this wheels around. Okay, another Leech Gauntlet. That's cool. Another Prodigy's Prototype. Okay, I think it's definitely that one. Take the Prodigy's Prototype. Okay, Hotshot Mechanic is a nice pilot. It's quite an aggro card as well. 2-1 for 1. So that's sort of perfect for the deck. Discover the Impossible's pretty good for. I sort of associate this with really more of a control deck that's running maybe 2 mana counter spells. We do have a 2 mana instant, a removal spell. Very good card. I reckon a shakedown. Terrarium, that's our artifact option for fixing land. So we kind of want to pick up one of these, but I feel like Hotshot Mechanic's a bit too good to pass up. So we'll go for this vehicles deck. Okie doke, light the way. This is an artifact creature, so it can make treasure tokens for you. So it's like mana fixing. We've also got Uncharted Haven, also mana fixing. But Ninja's Kunai is there as well. I really like Ninja's Kunai. I'm gonna pick it over the mana fixing, and hopefully we can get that later. The mana fixing things. Tanuki's in green. Eventually we want to pick up Iron Apprentices, maybe network terminals, but I think this is where, well, that can be mana fixing, but maybe Uncharted Haven is even better mana fixing, so we'll grab that one. So this guy's not an artifact. He is, but he's red. We don't want to go into red. There's Dramatist's Puppet, which kind of interesting, but yeah, it's 4 mana for a 2/4. It doesn't. If you don't have anything modified with counters, it can't. Yeah, it can't. It doesn't actually modify things. It only enhances something that's already modified, or you can kind of demodify one of your opponent's creatures. So I think we go Iron Apprentice in this case. That's the best one. Oh, good. Look, we got a Terrarium come around. It's very welcome. The Decoy wheeled around. That's nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Anchor to Reality wheeled around. So that's you can rely on that to wheel around pretty consistently. It's good. We've got 13 relevant cards for the deck in the first pack. Now, I've already completed my set of Gorogoros. We can ignore this card, which is nice. Right, so we've got, this is a non-artifact creature, a couple of enchantments. Now, Assassin's Ink. Good removal card. Kills creatures or planeswalkers. Needs double black though. And we might be running double blue, so could be tricky to cast. We also have another Terrarium down here. And a Brute Suit, Iron Apprentice. So these might wheel around. Something good will wheel around. Don't think we play a Shrine Steward somehow, but yeah, we grab the Assassin's Ink. Now we've got the recovery unit again. We've got Reality Heist, which also works well with artifacts. Look at the top 7, you can get 2 artifact cards and put them into your hand. So yeah, pick 2 from your top 7 cards. I mean, if we've got a lot of artifacts in the deck, that could actually be good. This is the kind of card that wheels around, I would say, as well. So I don't think we pick this now. And then we've got Mirror Shot Crab, which is one of our counterspell things. We have another Lethal Exploit. That's quite tempting. But we've also got Imperial Recovery Unit. We have got creatures and some cheap creatures now. I wonder if there are any 2 mana vehicles in the set. There can't be very many. So it only brings back creatures, so it could be the Mechanic, the Apprentice. Yeah, it can't recycle the Kunai. Leech Gauntlet, Decoy. So we've got 4 creatures that could potentially bring back. That might be a good option to have. And it's another artifact that can trigger Prodigy's Prototype. And it's also pretty tough. It's a 3/4. But should we just go for Lethal Exploit? We should probably just go for Lethal Exploit on balance. So I am gonna take that. Or am I? No, I think I've just talked myself out of it. I've never seen Imperial Recovery unit do much. Uh, uh, no. I've talked myself out of that. No, I'm definitely going lethal exploit. There we go. Good for the ninjutsu deck. So that's fairly straightforward vehicle, 3 mana, but it's a 3/2 flyer. That might be a bit better than the brute suit. Pretty good control creature, the Moth Rider Patrol. Alright, the Cyber Trespassers are artifacts. They cost a lot, but you can... The channel's pretty cool, you can tap things down with it. So it's between Dragonfly Suit and Cyber Trespassers. I feel like both of them would wheel around. You kind of don't want too many vehicles in your deck. I think that would be a good... It's a good flying vehicle to trigger Prodigy's prototype. I think that makes sense to me. Right, discover the impossible. How many instants with mana value 2 or less do we have? A couple of lethal exploits so far. So could find something we can cast for free. Yeah, so you can just yeah, you get 1 from 5 cards at instant speed. It's a good it's just a good card. Don't know about this vehicle. 6/6. We've got a Tranquil Cove. The Kami's another removal spell. And we've got Ninja's Kunai. It's another it's an artifact and a removal spell, which is pretty cool. And Tranquil Cove for mana fixing. I would lean towards the Kunai myself. And we're getting quite a lot of removal, I'm noticing. Right, Covert Technician. Pretty exciting. Could be quite good. Imperial Oath is pretty good. I've had several games where people have just overwhelmed me with this card late game. Kunai number 3. Little problem is, do we have any creatures to put our Kunais on? Yeah, we've only got 6 creatures, so it's getting to the stage where it's a risk to not pick up creatures now. We just might not have enough creatures. I think we've got to take a Covert Technician. I think that's a pretty cool artifact creature. There's another Dragonfly Suit. Cyber Trespassers is a creature. Automated Artificer is going to help our deck a lot because it's going to ramp things out. Everything's an artifact in our deck, so yeah, I think that is the one. I think it's a good, it's the classic sort of 1/3 for 2 mana, which is it's quite a good defensive blocker as well. Seismic Wave. Okay, yeah, this guy's an artifact creature with lifelink. I think that's probably the one we go for. And Searchlight Companion's really good as well. I think we go for the Ambusher though. Do a bit of artifact ninjutsu. There's a Reality Heist. Dragonfly Suit. Dramatist Puppet isn't very good. I think I've got to try out Reality Heist because this is exactly the right deck for it. And yeah, we're getting to the end of pack 2. We've got 9 creatures, so we're doing okay for creatures. I feel better when I've got about 16 creatures. So it's tempting to get a second Iron Apprentice, but maybe we pick up the second Terrarium now. So we've got enough mana fixing to justify, our 3 colours and all of our double colour casting cost things. I think, yeah, we've got to get the Terrarium. Right. Another Reality Heist. Do we? Yeah, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to go second Reality Heist. I think that's maybe could be my undoing. Let's get the Trespassers. Artifacts. Okay, we've got kind of a not good vehicle. Shrine Steward when we don't have any auras or shrines. I think we'll try the not good artifacts vehicle. I've kind of dismissed this card, but maybe it's better than I thought. Okay, let's sideboard that one, and that one, and that one. So, we've got to take Hidetsugu. That will complete my set of Hidetsugus. Not the right creature for this deck. He'll just be basically a 4 mana 4/4. So yeah, we'll just take him out so we're not distracted. And right, we've just got to. So we're into pack 3. We've got to decide what we need. We've got 10 creatures. We'd like a few more creatures, really. But yeah, we've got. I mean, because we've got vehicles and things. We definitely need more creatures. Right, Armguard Familiar. That's a nice cheap creature. So this Moon's Nest prototype could definitely be a nice, another nice ramp spell. Mukotai Ambusher. So the life linkers can definitely just keep you alive. So I feel better about until we get to piece together our late game plans. Interestingly, we've got quite a few 2-drops. We've got 7 2-drops. So I'll go for the Ambusher. Cool, another Armguard Familiar. Thundersteel Colossus, so big late game creature, 7/7 trample haste. Don't know if we should play it. We do have Walking Skyscraper as well, of course. There's Papercraft Decoy, Armguard Familiar. Always worried about sort of being strong enough in the early game. If you look at our vehicles, so the Sentinel needs crew 3, Prototype needs crew 2, Dragonfly Suit needs crew 1. So this is another cheap crew creature. I think we'd rather have that. Kiba Salvage can bring stuff back, but yeah, not too bothered about that. Oh, Towashi Guide-Bot. Absolutely fantastic. So that's a nice card draw artifact. There's no chance there's going to be anything better than that. Tell you what, not picking that the best artifact, the best uncommon artifact early on is hurting now. Can't remember what. I think I picked the Walking Skyscraper to do the. Yeah, we went for the Cloudsteel Kirin combo. I think you have to do that. This is interesting. So this might be an enchantment we play because it can make 2 pilot tokens. There's also trespassers. Yeah, I think we can allow ourselves to play 1 enchantment that's relevant for our vehicles. Okay, shame we can't really splash for that. Equipment insect, but also we've got an artificer. Could definitely do a second one of those. Yeah, up to 14 creatures. It'll be also we've got a vehicle count somewhere. We've got 4 vehicles as well. Hotshot Mechanic. That's a pretty nice late pickup. Mnemonic Sphere's really good, so there's a bit of card draw for us. And there's a Thundersteel Colossus. Interesting. I think I prefer the Hotshot Mechanic, to be honest. It's anchored to reality. Mirror Shell Crab. I think we've got maybe enough things now to sort of search for our combo pieces, and yeah, we want to fill out the deck a bit more with more creatures. I think I like Mirror Shell Crab. I think we'll try that one. Oh, Mech Hangar. That's a nice late pickup to have. We have to miss out on a Searchlight Companion, but that seems good. Armguard Familiar, that nice late pickup as well. Or Moonsnare Prototype. So we've got 9 2-drops. That's getting pretty good. Can give creatures ward. Just wondering how good Moonsnare Prototype is. I think I fancy another cheap creature, to be honest. Let's go for that. Okay. I don't think I've played the vehicles deck before in draft. This will be a new experience. So yeah, we've got 10 cards to cut. If we want, we could. It looks like we could just cut black if we wanted. They've got some good cards, but 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't really want to cut Mukotai Ambusher. That's something that can keep you in the game. Yeah, I think I'll definitely have to think about this one. I'm just going to call it end of part 1 there. And see you in part 2.